We have just witnessed one of the greatest comebacks of all time as the Indiana Pacers defeated the New York Knicks 138 to 135. The Andrew Nemhard game. This this is going to go down as a classic 100%. This was these playoffs are getting crazy. I thought we couldn't see anything better than when the Pacers came back from what was it, down 7 in the last like 40 seconds against the Cavs. Well, they beat that because they were down 17 with 3 minutes to go ish. And they went on a massive run. They surged. They took it to overtime. I thought the game was over in regulation on one of the craziest shots we've ever seen. Halliburton starts at the top of the key, goes in, dribbles to about the free throw line, turns around, comes back, shoots it. It misses, or so we thought, because it bounced off the back of the rim up super high and came back in and went in. But it was a two. And so we went to overtime. The Knicks got the first blow. They went up four. And then from there out, it was just blow after blow. It really felt like a game where whoever got the ball last would win the game. Well, some free throw misfortune and some Andrew Nemhard stepping up, some Tyrese Halliburton plays, some good defense. They prevailed. The Indiana Pacers come away with a stunning victory in crazy fashion. And my prediction before this series was that the Pacers were going to win. I can pull up receipts of this if I need to, but I don't think the Knicks are honestly that good. I thought that the Pistons kind of outplayed them in that first round. That Celtics series, I mean, at first I just thought of games 1 and 2 as outliers, and then after game 4 to game 6, I just didn't think that. So, I mean, there are some things I just don't like with this Knicks team. I think when it's not fully Brunson time, it can get a little stagnant. Now, we did see that run in the second quarter, I think it was, where they didn't have Brunson on the floor and he rested for like, what, 8 minutes? And they were able to get a massive lead. I think it was like a 9 point lead at the time. And then they just maintained that energy throughout the whole game. Well, it sort of ended in the fourth quarter because Indiana made that miraculous comeback. And I want to talk about one guy because he was a little more quiet in overtime, but Andrew Nemhard. He hit 8 threes. Let me see how many points he had. Or not Andrew Nemhard. Aaron Nesmith. That's my bad. He had 30 points on 8 of 9 shooting from three. That's pretty decent, you know? Without him, they are not in this game. He was the hot hand at the end of that game. And without him, there's no way this game goes the way it goes. Indiana outscored New York only 38 to 35 in the fourth quarter, but the Knicks sort of pulled away at the start of the first quarter to a point where they were up 17, but the Pacers just surged back. And I know I've said these playoffs have been crazy and all these games are sort of similar in that way, but this game has been an outlier because look at how many points have been scored. We've had games where tons of points were scored in this playoffs, but it was mostly blowouts. You look at that OKC game 1 against Memphis. You look at the OKC game 2 against Denver. You look at Indiana's blowout of the Cavs in what was that, game 4, I believe it was. But man, this Cavs team is fun to watch. This series is fun to watch. This is just fast paced basketball. This is basketball at its purest. And it's just a really, really fun series. So let's dive a little bit deeper into some more pieces of this. The Knicks starting five is just really great. I mean, all these guys have moments on their own. There are some times where OG Anunoby will go on a cold streak. He didn't have his best day today. Only 16 points, 2 of 8 from three, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and that was really crucial at the end of the game. But overall, I mean, this starting five, Cat had 35. Brunson had 43. OG and McHale had 16. And to start that game, McHale was the one who really broke it open. He had 10 points in the first 40, and it didn't feel like anybody could guard him. And they tightened up their defense on McHale a little bit more, but Jalen Brunson went off. 43 points. And Cat was the big plus in this game. I'm looking at the plus minus right now. I know that's really fluky. That's not the best data to look off of. He was plus 9 when everybody else in the starting lineup was minus 15, minus 12, minus 8, minus 4. Then on the bench, Deuce McBride in 25 minutes was plus 12. So, I mean, I know I said this Knicks starting five is unstoppable at times, but when it's rough because Deuce McBride came off the floor. That starting five went back out. They were up big, and Indiana made a run. Is that just Aaron Nesmith getting lucky and having the hot hand? Is this Indiana just outplaying this New York team? I don't know. I feel like it's a mix of both because not only was it just the elite shot making of Aaron Nesmith, but this Knicks, or not the Knicks defense, the Indiana Pacers defense, they held up really well. They gave up 6 points in that stretch, but most of those were free throws. And there were times where they tried to get it going. They would get Brunson on some action. They would get Cat on some pick and pops. They would do actual stuff trying to win, trying to get some offense, and Indiana just stifled it the whole time. So big credit to them. This is just a fun team to watch because you can't count them out. I mean, if there are 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter and they're down 13, if they're down 17, you got to keep the game on, at least in the background. You can't just be like with other teams, like if OKC is up 13 on Minnesota with 3:30 left to go, you're like, yeah, it's over. This Indiana team, it doesn't matter who they're playing. They have a shot in every game they're in. I don't know if that's the mentality, which I think that's definitely a part of it. Is it just Rick Carlisle with what he's doing? Is it just the fast pace of this team? Is it their physicality? Which, don't mistake them, even though they move fast, they're not a huge team. They play with incredible physicality. And that really wore on the Knicks in this game. And game two is going to be the most crucial game in this series because if Indiana goes up 2-0, going back to their place, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I think Indiana is really the only team that has a shot to beat Oklahoma at this point because the pace they play with, Oklahoma City has a ton of defenders that do play with pace and can chase down stuff. But this Indiana team is so good at creating explosive offense and fast break opportunities. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this Indiana team just, whew, that was a fun game. And I hope to see more of this type of game in the series, just ultra competitive. So I'm really excited and hope it continues to go this way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.